until people are really, really sick, and then we put them in a position of being intervened. The real issue is prevention, and unless we start going to that model, we'll never be able to catch up to the cost. Nearly 80% of our total health care costs are spent on chronic disease. It's a runaway train we can't stop. It doesn't get fixed overnight, but it's the single most transformational cultural change we have to enact, and that is to start putting our focus on preventing rather than intervening.
I think that's one thing people don't really understand, how you go about doing something like that.
Sure. How do you change the culture? The same way that we change the culture on litter, seatbelt use, smoking, drunk driving. You first start with awareness. You educate and advertise. You advocate. You make sure people understand. The second step, you change the atmosphere. You put litter baskets up and no smoking signs up. You help condition people's behavior. And the final thing you do, then you bring about action, which means that you codify into law what has become a new behavioral norm. Now, the reason politicians don't want to take it on, here's the dirty little secret, is because people running for office like to tackle problems they can solve in an election cycle and run for re-election on it. This requires the kind of leadership that says, look, I may not still be in office when it's fully implemented, but I'm going to be the one in office, by gosh, who starts the ball moving. It's not unlike a John F. Kennedy saying, we'll go to the moon in 10 years. He wasn't in office, he wasn't even alive to see it, but it happened. And that's real leadership.
A little bit, not too bad.
I think the experience that I bring to the race as a governor for 10 and a half years as opposed to being a member of Congress. Look, members of Congress, nice guys, but they've been there years. Enough is enough. If they haven't fixed it now, what makes us think that if we elevate them to the office of president, they're going to do any better than they did as a member of Congress? So I think that's a clear issue. And the second one, the president's got to be able to communicate and speak to the American people in a way where they can really understand the issues and say, hey, that's right, let's do that. It's leading vertically, not horizontally, not left, right, liberal, conservative, but rather leading vertically, up versus down.